Could it be? For me, your man, Louie T. Welcome to a brand new episode of the Card Collector Series podcast. I, of course, am your set man, Louie T. Thank you for joining me. If you enjoy this content, please do me a huge favor and hit the subscribe button for more great content. Turn on your notification bells so you don't miss a thing. And also hit that like button as it helps this channel grow exponentially. So I got a fun topic today, something really light. We'll discuss that in a second. But before we do that, I want to give you the disclaimer that we always open up a pack of cards at the end of every single video. Today is no different. At the end of this show, we will open up a pack of 2021 Donruss Elite. As you can see there, we've gone through several of these. Don't expect any major heat, so we'll see if this pack is any different. But if you don't really care to hear the topic that we're discussing today, feel free to fast forward towards the end of the video when we get into this 30 card value pack of 2021 NFL Donruss Elite. So how far is too far for cards? So what do I even mean by that? So how far are you willing to go? What lengths are you willing to go to? How excessive are you willing to be to get cards? This is a conversation that I have with myself quite often because I've found myself being a little bit more and more obsessive with finding ways to get cards. And when I first got back into the space, I told you I was just grabbing cards by the handfuls, right? And everything was online. I don't have a local shop. I wish I had something close by that I trusted that was, I felt like was of good value, but I don't really have one of those near me. Okay, there are shops that are probably about a good hour, maybe hour and a half from where I live, but I'm not willing to take that drive. Not yet. Maybe if I were to go once and I was blown away by the shop, maybe then I would be more willing to take that ride. But I'm just not. I'm not in that headspace right now. But what I've realized, and I told you guys this already, is I've realized what the markup is on a lot of these cards. And look, these shops online have to make their money somehow, right? They can't just sell them at retail price. They can't just sell them at face value. They wouldn't make any money off of it. They need to profit off of these cards, so they have to mark them up so that they can make the difference between the money they spend with their buyers and suppliers and the money they get from the consumer. So they have to pass that cost down to you so that they can, make a profit. And I understand that. I understand how that works. But it doesn't make it any less frustrating when you have to pay, 30 extra bucks for a pack of cards that you should get for, 30 bucks. You paying 60 bucks for a pack of cards that you should get for 30 bucks and paying, essentially 50% more. It's ridiculous. But I understand the concept. But in figuring that out and understanding what it feels like, to go to a Walmart, get lucky, buy a whole bunch of cards, and not have to go online and make those purchases, it changes everything. It's a game changer. The first time you go to a Walmart and you're able to score big, and you won't really be able to put it in its proper perspective unless you've bought online first. If you've purchased online and you've spent $300-400 on cards, and then you come back and say, hey, I could have gotten all of those same cards at Walmart. Now, again, you're not going to get everything that you can get online at Walmart or at Target. That's just not how it works. But specific types of cards that are at Walmart, that are at Target, and right now Target is still doing their online thing. They're not selling cards in their stores, or at least not the ones around here. Can't speak for the Targets where you are, but where I am, Targets aren't actually selling cards physically at the store locations. You have to go online to purchase their cards. Either way, you're not going to be able to get everything at a Target or a Walmart or wherever you shop for cards at a local retail store, one of these big box chain stores. But what you can get out of those stores is a lot cheaper than getting them offline. And so what I've found is that I'm willing to go to greater lengths to go to a Walmart and try to score big. So That's right now where I'm at with mine, is that I'm willing to go out of my way to go to a Walmart that I shouldn't have any business being in, because I've got 3 or 4 more Walmarts much closer to me. Yet I find myself going out of my way, making random trips to various Walmarts on Fridays, hoping to score big and pick up some cards. And so um, I've been as bad as like 4 or 5 different WalMarts on a Friday, just riding around to see if I can score something. It's getting bad, man. It's getting really bad, but I know it's a lot lighter on my wallet, and that's what I care about most. I'll spend the gas money it takes to drive around to, 3 or 4 different cities to within close proximity. I'm not driving, an hour away, but I'll drive, within a 30-minute radius, around here to hit several different WalMarts to see if I can score on a Friday and come back, feeling like I just won, because it's either go that route or shop online. And I can tell you the latter of those two options is going to hit you in your wallet a lot harder than the former of those two options. So, how far are you willing to go? What lengths are you willing to extend to get your hands on cards? My thing right now is Walmart. Going to Walmart, and my wife always looks at me with the side eye when I'm telling her, "Hey, I'm going to Walmart. You want something?" Like, you just went to Walmart yesterday. I know. I make up reasons now to go to Walmart. Sometimes I don't even try to hide it. I'm like, look, I'm just going to see if they had any cards. She's like, oh, okay, whatever. So, like, it's getting to the point now where I told you guys, once I saw that they had the NBA Select blaster boxes, I'm like, look, I got to find a way to get my hands on some of those. And the only way you get your hands on those, you got to be first. You got to be in there early when they put those things out. And right now they're putting them out on Fridays. Everything is put out on Fridays at the Walmarts around here. I can't speak for where you are, but around here, the truck comes on Fridays, and that's, you got to be early, man. You can't be snoozing. You can't be late. When that truck gets there and they start offloading. One time, I don't know if I told you guys this story or not. The first time when I first got back into the space, and I wasn't really keen on getting cards at Walmart. I thought that was for chumps. Like, I'm not standing in the line for 30 minutes waiting on cards at Walmart. What do I look like? I got time. I always tell the young youth of America that the most precious resource that we have isn't money or anything like that. It's time, because you can get more money. Okay? You can't get more time. Once it's gone, it's never coming back. So cherish your time, spend it wisely, and don't waste it. Okay? So I feel like standing in line for something that I can get online is wasting my time. So I was like, yeah, I went in Walmart one day, and it wasn't for cards. I was just in there shopping for something. And I was going to stop by and see if they had anything, but I wasn't going to, go out of my way to stand in a line or anything like that. That my purpose wasn't to go to the Walmart to get cards at that time. It was like, hey, if they have some, I'll throw it in the cart, yada, yada, yada. So I'm walking in, and I see a line of people. I'm like, what are these people standing here for? My first inkling was, oh, they're probably standing like to cash a check or something. Walmart has the little, customer service desk, and they do various different things, cash checks, things of that nature. So I'm thinking, it's Friday. Makes sense that people might have just gotten paid and they're on their lunch break, because I went in right around noon, and they're trying to sneak away from their job real quick and cash a check or whatever. I'm like, in my mind, I'm saying, who cashes checks anymore? Like, everybody's got direct deposit, right? But not everybody does. So anyway, I'm walking in, and I see all these people in line, and I see the actual aisle where they keep their cards, because it's right where you walk in at. And I see the lady, and at that time it was crazy. I had already asked an employee, like maybe several days earlier, when do you guys get more cards? Because their shelves were totally empty. And she's like, yeah, they usually come on Fridays, every Friday or whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay. She's like, yeah, early in the morning. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that's good to know. So here I am walking in, on a Friday at noon, and I see the lady, that is physically putting cards on the shelf. And then I look directly adjacent to her, and there's a line. And now I'm putting two and two together, but I'm still not quite sure. Are these fools actually in line waiting to get in and bombard this aisle? So I go get the items that I came to Walmart to get. And then as I'm walking out, after I check out, I'm walking out of the Walmart, and I asked the guy that was at the back of the line. I'm like, hey, what are you guys in line for? He's like, man, we're stupid. We're dumb. We're in the line for cards. He felt bad because I'm like, I'm some random Joe Schmo asking him what he's in line for. And if you tell somebody I'm standing in line for cards, they think you're some kind of nerd or you're stupid or something. Which I wasn't looking to judge him. I just wanted to know, is this what I got to go through to get cards at Walmart? Because if it is, I don't want them. That's what I was thinking in my mind, but he didn't know that. So he's like, yeah, I'm dumb. I'm stupid. We're dumb. We're all standing in line, man. This is dumb. And he's got work clothes on. So, he's cutting away from work on a lunch break to try to come in here and score some cards. And, you don't know if those guys are flippers or if they're just, they are part of the hobby or what. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, these are the people you're in competition with to get the cards. Flippers and people that are in the hobby that are looking to, cut down on costs from buying online. These are the people you're in competition with. And when I saw that was my first exposure to cards at Walmart, at least the one here near me. And I'm like, Lord have mercy. If this is what I'm going to have to go through to get cards, I'll just keep shopping online. But I didn't know the price difference then. I didn't know that I could save hundreds and hundreds of dollars by shopping at Walmart. Now, again, the types of cards you get are very limited. You're not going to walk into a Walmart and buy a box of Obsidian. You're not walking into a Walmart and buying, boxes of mosaics. Okay, now they do have some mosaics at like Targets. I haven't ran into any of them at Walmart, but I do think they sell mosaic at Target. But again, Target's not selling cards right now, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. But you're not going to walk into a Walmart and see those targeted buys that I talk about. You're not going to see Donruss clearly at Walmart. There are certain cards that are going to be at Walmart, and it's usually the lower level, lower tier type of cards. The Prism is probably the best thing you can get from Walmart. But still, even with that said, I much rather spend my money on that and buy a bunch of them and give yourself a better shot at hitting something big than just, run the crapshoot of doing it online, buying a lot less and spending a lot more. You're not getting as much bang for your buck. So that's why I'm willing to go through the loops and hoops and hit multiple stores on a Friday and just ride around and hope I hit it big, because you can definitely save yourself a ton of money by shopping at these local retail box stores and getting your cards that way than shopping online. That's part of the reason why I would love to have a local shop, because if you get in good with a local card owner and they have a relationship with you, you can get your cards probably a little bit cheaper. They know, hey, he's good people. He's going to spend his money with me. I'm going to take care of him. That's what you want. You want that relationship with your local, card shop owner. I don't have that. So the next best thing for me is Walmarts and Targets. So that's where I'm at with mine. What about you? What lengths are you willing to go to? All right. How far is too far for cards? All right. So let's get into this value pack here. 30 card value pack from 2021 Donruss Elites. I haven't had, I don't think, a single big hit with these Donruss Elites in these value packs. Now, I've had some real big success with the value packs of Prestige, but not with Elite. So, here's to hoping that we somehow unearth a gem or two in here. Don't hold your breath. I'm not holding mine. You shouldn't hold yours. But we'll go through this real quick and see if we can score a win through these cards. So let's go through them real quick and see what is inside. We start with an Ezekiel Elliott. Base. Thanks for coming. TJ Watt. Base. Thanks for coming. Jonathan Taylor. Base. Thanks for coming. Jerry Rice. Base. Thanks for coming. Drew Brees. Base. Thanks for coming. Luke Kuechly. Base. Thanks for coming. Brian Urlacher. Base. Thanks for coming. James Robinson. Base. Thanks for coming. Marquise Brown. Hollywood. Base. Thanks for coming. Josh Jacobs. Base. Thanks for coming. DJ Moore. Base. Thanks for coming. Julian Edelman. Base. Thanks for coming. Von Miller. Base. Thanks for coming. Got a Chris Godwin full throttle. Thanks for coming. Tutu Atwell rookie pink parallel. Throw that off to the side. Lamar Jackson pink parallel. We'll throw that one off to the side as well. Dalvin Cook. It's a base card. There we go. Calvin Ridley. Base. Thanks for coming. Joey Bosa. Base. Thanks for coming. Khalil Mack. Base. Thanks for coming. Sam Darnold. Base. Thanks for coming. Devontae Adams. Base. Thanks for coming. Michael Strahan. Base. Thanks for coming. Taylor Heineke. Base. Thanks for coming. Justin Jefferson. Base. Thanks for coming. Matt Ryan. Base. Thanks for coming. Chase Young. Base. Thanks for coming. Tyreek Hill. Base. Thanks for coming. Tre'Davious White. Base. Thanks for coming. And Miles Sanders. Base. Thanks for coming. So that's actually not bad. We got a Lamar Jackson pink parallel and a Tutu Atwell rookie pink parallel. So we'll sleeve both of those up, and we will keep the party going. So that's going to do it for me, your man Louie T, here on this installment of the Card Collector Series podcast. If you enjoy this content, once again, please do me a huge favor and hit the subscribe button for more great content. Turn on your notification bell so you don't miss a thing, and hit the like button, as that helps this channel grow immensely. I really appreciate you guys. Make sure you leave a comment down in the comment section. How far is too far for cards? What lengths will you go to get you some cards, to score some cards? I'd love to hear it down in the comment section. It's going to do it for me, your man Louie T, here on the Card Collector Series podcast, reminding you that it's hunting season. It never ends, especially here on the Card Collector Series. Until next time, I'm your man Louie T, signing off. Have a good one.